Hi and welcome to Beauty Base. This is Hair with Hollie with me, Hollie. So Valentine's Day is just around the corner, so I thought I'd show you how to do this gorgeous red carpet look as seen on Reese Witherspoon, perfect for date night. Okay, so to start off this look, we're going to section off the top bit of the head and add a little bit of volume. Just brush back and make sure you have a nice smooth hairline. So if you do have any wavy bits along the hairline, it's a good idea just to straighten them out first. Kind of from just about 2 inches over your eyebrow. Section that top half all the way off. There we go. And we're going to pop this section up the top. So to get that real Hollywood kind of chignon look, what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 separate ponytails just here on the head, and we're going to make them nice and thick so you get that real kind of waterfall effect without having to use a hairpiece. I'm just going to split the hair again in 2, just like so. Wrap that bit up out of the way. So I'm just going to tie the hair in place. I'm going to fan it out, just making sure that it covers as much area as possible. So I was going to pop a few curls in this bottom ponytail just to give it a bit of texture. So I'm using a wand here, but you can use a GHD or curling tongs or whatever you have. Just something to give the hair on the bottom row a little bit of movement. So taking down the next section, we're going to brush through it again, just making sure that the sides that we pull back are nice and sleek, so you get quite a seamless finish. And again, we're just going to pop another ponytail about 1 inch or 2 up from where we popped the last one. And this will just give us our foundation for that real kind of old Hollywood Grace Kelly look. Again, fan out as much as possible, and we're just going to add a couple of curls just about 3/4 of the way down the length of the hair, just to give it a little bit of movement at the ends. Wrap the hair around the bottom. What we're going to do now is we're going to add a lot of volume to these ponytails, so they'll give a really solid foundation for when we take down the top section of the hair. So just 2 to 3 inches down from the bobbin, just in and around where the curl starts here. We're going to work our comb through, and you can do the top layers because these won't be seen, so it doesn't matter if they're a little bit knotty. And we're just going to do the exact same thing with this ponytail here. So once you've finished texturizing and adding a bit of volume to your ponytails, what we're going to do now is just fan them upwards. So lift up, so you're kind of fanning the ponytail out, so it essentially kind of looks like a hairpiece. So there you go. So already you can see we have so much more volume than we did have when we just had an original ponytail. And then just pin in place. Again, using curvy grips the same shade as your hair is a great idea. And now do the exact same thing to our second ponytail. So lifting it right up and out. So already you can see that we have a lot more volume here. This double bobbin trick is brilliant for adding volume to kind of thinner hair. Okay, so now back to the top section. So what we're going to do with this first, we're going to section off the front piece. So in about 2 inches from the hairline, we're going to tidy this piece away. So what we want to achieve here is some volume. So we want to get about 1 inch of volume right here at the hairline, working its way back into the crown, which will eventually go back into that ponytail. So just split this again in 2. What we're going to do with this section is create like a wall of volume, kind of like a quiff for the front section of the hair to rest upon. Kind of back on through about 1 inch to 2 inches of the hair, working its way back towards the crown. And pop a little bit of hairspray in. And now we'll start work on the front section. It's always a good idea when you're doing an up style that's all the way pulled back off your face to add a little bit of volume to the hairline. So just again, pushing your back comb brush back towards the roots, but making sure that the front section is still quite sleek. Now, once you're happy with this section and the volume that you have, pin it away, and we're going to work on the middle section, nearly there. This is the last section of hair that we have, and what we're going to do is pop a bit of back comb in at the root just to make sure it stands up, because it's the last thing our chignon is going to fall on. And if you need it, so if you have a good bit of hair, pop another bobbin in, fan it out and pin in place just like we've done to the other 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to mold this top section back over our signal and pin in place very gently. Once you're happy with the look, just start to brush the hair backwards, so nice and sleek. So don't worry too much about the little flyaways because we can fix them later on. And as you go around, just pin the hair in very delicately under the layer above it, so you get that real kind of seam-free, flawless finish. Keep working and brushing the hair back over the bumps you've created. Again, just pinning the outer sections in under the middle section, so you get a real kind of flawless finish. We're going to finish off this look with a couple of mild curls just on the outer V of the top section of the hair. So if you want it really curly, go for it, but we're just going to add a little bit of movement to the ends. Taking your wand, straightener, curling tongs, just wrap the last inch or so around the barrel and just hold for a couple of seconds, so you don't want a real ringlet look here. It's very sophisticated. Once you're happy with the finished look and with the curls that you have in the bottom, finish off the whole look with a good bit of hairspray to hold everything in place and give it a really sleek finish. So there you have it, guys, a gorgeous glamorous look, perfect for Valentine's Day date nights, and no hair extensions needed. Bonus. So if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to Beauty Base. And come back next week where I'll be showing you how to do a gorgeous loose wave style as seen on me. Bye!